Hi everyone, Shane R. Monroe here. I found something rather interesting during my last thrift store run, and I thought I'd share it with you because I thought this was sort of a neat piece of technology, something that may be sort of long forgotten. So this is Pink. She's a popular singer, lots of profanity, that sort of thing, strong language, you're warned, of course. And this is the album, I'm Not Dead. Now, the first thing you might note is compared to, say, a regular CD, which OMC's How Bizarre. This is square. It looks like every other CD you've ever seen, right? This one looks just a little bit different. It's kind of got this oblong area here that's got a button to push here. It just looks different and interesting, which is why I picked it up to begin with. And then I said, oh, it's Pink. My wife loves Pink. This is what's known as a dual disc format. Now, I had heard about these. I don't own any other ones, but now this one. So I thought I would share this with you. I love this sort of thing. It's just amazing. So it says right here, this is a two-sided disc. It's a two-sided disc. And down here it says there's a CD side and a DVD side. Now, I own stuff that there's a music CD and a DVD, but never on the same disc. So on the CD side is the album audio. On the DVD side, the entire album in surround sound, right? Video content, the entire album in PCM stereo, which is like uncompressed audio, and then bonus photos. That's pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna actually look at this in a player. Don't worry, I know you wanna see what it looks like. But let's take a look at the actual item first. So if you push in on that, it releases the lid. And on the inside, of course, you have, get this guy out of here. You have a rather nice inset, a decent booklet, right? I mean, these are the sorts of things that I tend to miss with physical media. So we got the booklet. Now this is like a booklet. This isn't like an insert. This is a booklet. So it's got the words of the songs, blah, blah, blah. So pretty cool. I don't know if it was worth all the effort to drag it out, but listen, you know. And I do like the back inset. Not every CD has that either. And it's unusual. It's an unusual disc. So let's take a look at the disc itself. Now there's definitely some some nastiness on here. I can wipe this off, but it seems to play fine and rip fine. So on this side, you can see it says CD this side up. So that's the CD, right? This side up, that's the CD. And then if you flip it over, DVD this side up. So that's the DVD. And it looks like it looks dual layer, but it's hard to tell. I'd have to go looking, but still pretty neat. So this is a flipper of a DVD and a CD. And if you look closely, it's gonna be really hard to see this on camera, but you can see the two distinctive layers basically glued together. So I don't suspect that this will live forever. I bet this will separate at some point, and I could probably peel them aside if I wanted to, but we're not gonna do that for the sake of argument. So one side's the CD, which should play in any CD player, but there's an interesting caveat, and we're gonna look at that when I put it in the Blu-ray player. And then of course the DVD side, which of course should play just like any other DVD. So now I guess it's time for us to actually take the disc, put it in a player, and check it out for ourselves. I think this is a really cool find, and stay with me and we'll take a look at what this thing looks like actually on a player. All right, so now we will take the Pink disc, and on one side, of course, is the CD. The other side is the DVD, so we use the DVD side up. I'm going to pop this in my Blu-ray player, which will play DVDs just fine. And let's see what this looks like. Now, I can't play anything for too long or else I'll get a copyright hit. But let's take a look at what we've got. So you can see here clearly it's DVD video, so it's not Blu-ray, it's not 4K, and it's gonna be in 4:3 aspect ratio, as you can see, more squared. Zumba video. See all the compression and stuff, it's crazy. So this is pretty cool. Now remember, you just bought a music CD, and it just so happens if you flip it over in your DVD player, you get something more. So listen, it's DVD and it's obviously even probably a little bit lower quality than a quality DVD might be, but it's still pretty cool, especially if you're a big Pink fan. So this is like the intro. A lot of DVDs had some sort of an intro type scenario. This one's a little bit longer than most before it would take you to the top level menu. So this, I think, are highlights of one of her concerts, which is kind of cool that it sort of defaults to that. And if you wait long enough, it'll roll over to the top. Oh, so that was an advertisement. Go figure. So now we're going to go to the main menu, and this is so DVD, right? You've got sort of this looping playback, and you use the controller, of course, the remote, to choose. And there's always like a really simple graphic that's used to denote what you're looking at. So this is really cool because you get the entire album in a high definition audio format. Well, surround, that sort of thing, right? So all you have to do is just move to the song and it'll play it. Again, I'm going to keep talking over it. But now you're hearing it. Now, if I were hooked up to hi-fi, you know, a better quality sound system other than my TV, then you would be hearing this in, let's see what they actually call it here. Entire album in surround sound. That's pretty cool. So again, you can just just pan yourself through the album. There's no video here to see, but it is the higher quality surround audio. So if we go to the top menu, you'll also be able to choose by song, right? So you don't have to flip through them. You can just grab this list, and it will take you to where you would have gone had you actually gone through it one at a time, right? Finally, you can do some audio setup depending on what your capabilities are. So you can do stereo or 5.1 surround, blah, blah, blah. Pretty neat. Again, this is like a bonus on the flip side of the CD. And of course, you have an interview and the Stupid Girls video or a play all. So this is kind of cool. I mean, this is back when there seemed to be a little more interaction with the fans like this, which I think is pretty neat. And of course, there should be a means of speeding through this a little bit. So of course, with DVD, you could do faster playback. And again, this is all, you know, oh, that was very short. I guess we went by through there a little quick, but that's okay. So then they've got the actual video. I don't know what this Pink Presents is, and then outtakes. That's kind of fun. And something I find really interesting here, which you may or may not find interesting, I'm going to eject this guy. And right here on the disc, it reads, the audio side of this disc does not conform to CD specifications, and therefore not all DVD and CD players will be able to play the audio side of this track, or this disc rather. So I'm curious, I'm sure the Blu-ray player will be fine, but let's put the CD part in and see if my Blu-ray player will behave. I'm pretty sure it'll work fine. This is the first time I've tried it though, so don't quote me. Oh, look at that. It will not read it. Oh, wait, there it goes. I think it just took it a minute. I've never actually used the DVD player of this. No idea what I'm doing. -8? Oh, I see, it's just a 0. Okay, so let's do like track 6. Well, that's pretty cool. Gives you a little readout there. So it does play. So I do have the audio disc and I do have the DVD. So that's pretty neat. Nice little thrift store find. I'm glad I had something I could share with you regarding this because I think that the case is cool. My wife's a huge fan of Pink. So this is pretty great. Listen, I hope you enjoyed looking at this with us. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, yada, yada, yada. You know what to do. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time. This with physical media, or getting these booklets. Don't want to hurt the damn thing. It's really weird. You know, sometimes these are easy to get out and sometimes they're not. This one is not. I'm gonna fight myself. I have to clip all this out so I don't look stupid. Ugh, ridiculous. All right, we get it. We're gonna get it out of here. Don't worry. All right, good enough.